Well, hello. So it's afternoon. We've just been back to the house after our walk this morning. It was good. It's the first day really that we've been able to get out and about because the weather's been dreadful, and thanks to Storm Franklin last night. So we're on our way to Keswick now, about 40 minutes away from Chapel Style by car. It should be a really scenic drive as well, depending on the traffic and what damage Storm Franklin may have wrought. So we'll take you along with us. So just coming into Ambleside. Yeah, you'll hear the Ways lady talking quite a bit. We were here on Saturday and it was surprisingly quiet. It was really odd for Ambleside at any time, and especially at a weekend in school holidays, but I think because the weather was so dismal, that maybe explained why. But looks slightly busier today, but we're going to go through Ambleside on the way over to Keswick. But yeah, so Ambleside, anyone who's not particularly familiar with the area, this is the main town or tourist town, well, here and Bowness, I guess, for this area of the lakes. And Ambleside's a nice town. There's plenty of good restaurants, lots of outdoor shops, cinema. So plenty of things to be doing if you're not into climbing up mountains. But it's always really, really busy. This is Grasmere, as in the body of water, not the village. The village of Grasmere is just on the other side of the lake. I should call it a mere, not a lake. For anybody who doesn't know, there is only one lake in the Lake District, and that's Bassenthwaite Lake. All the rest of them are meres and waters. So that's your fascinating piece of trivia. You'll find it comes up in most pub quizzes. Is that how many lakes in the Lake District? So yeah, just coming up then on the left-hand side is the village of Grasmere, famous for gingerbread. And we'll probably have a meander into Grasmere at some point on this trip, so look out for that footage. But Grasmere was home of William Wordsworth, famous for wandering lonely as a cloud and daffodils. But yeah, very, very busy, very cute little village, but obviously a bit of a tourist trap. So we're just going to bypass Grasmere for now.
Continue straight.
Still see some snow up on the tops. I think there was a bit more up there when we came on Friday night, Saturday, but I think the torrential rain and the wind from the last couple of days, a lot of it's melted, but I also think quite a lot of the floodwater will have come from the melted rainwater, snow rather. The hill that you can probably just see, it's just hidden by the trees now, but we might see it a bit more when you come round, is known as the Lion and the Lamb. Now I've never been able to see it personally, but whether you can see or not. So it's this one, as you can see just ahead, and it's supposed to be a lion, look like a lion and a lamb. Now I've never been able to see it, but maybe you can. I don't know. We're just through the trees here and we'll get a better view of it in a minute. Is Thirlmere. Now you might wonder what's special about Thirlmere, but anybody who lives in the northwest of England has a lot to thank Thirlmere for, because this is known as Manchester's water. So this is a man-made body of water, owned, or I guess managed, I suppose, by United Utilities. And this is where the water for the city of Manchester and a lot of the northwest comes from. So if open your tap and a bit of the Lake District comes out, which is a fantastic thought, really. It's absolutely vast, and I think it's probably vaster than normal at the moment because of the amount of rain that we've had over the last few days. But absolutely gorgeous, and there's a bit of blue sky, so I hope you can pick that up on the film. But I think the sun is attempting to come out as we head further north up towards Keswick. Just coming into Keswick. See a few glimpses as we pass down over Derwent Water. There you go, in the distance you can see Derwent Water. So Keswick is the major tourist town in the North Lakes. It's very popular for walkers because you've got a lot of some of the really kind of famous peaks. So you've got Blencathra, for example, just on the outskirts of Keswick. So famous for quite a lot of mountaineering. In fact, they have a mountain festival once a year in Keswick, usually May, June kind of time. Very famous mountain shop in the centre of the town, which no doubt we'll go in, so we'll take you in. It's called George Fisher. Well known, and it supplied outdoor equipment for quite a lot of expeditions. So very, very famous store. And in fact, if you come up here and you want to do some walking but you haven't got boots and so on, you can actually just hire boots from George Fisher rather than having to go out and buy some. So a few little fascinating facts as we just come into Keswick. So here we are in Keswick. So we've got the usual trying to find a car parking space, but there is quite a few decent sized car parks in Keswick, and we're going to see if we can get on this one, which is the one that's in the centre of the town. If not, I know that you can park down by the lake as well. Right, so we're here in Keswick and we're about to go in the Herdy shop. Dead excited because it was closed when we first came past, so this is the Herdy shop. I love this stuff. Hey, you could have a Herdy cap. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. How much is that? £45, I think. Oh, well, those are 45. I don't know how much that one is. £55. That's really nice. Aren't they lovely? I want a key ring. These bracelets. Aren't they lovely? So they've got little Herdy sheep on and a heart. I love all this stuff, I really do. Socks, t-shirts, and then you've got the famous Herdy mugs. Awesome. Right, I want a key ring. Don't know which colour to get. Do you think that colour? Oh yeah, it does. It matches my bag. £3.95. Might get one of those. Is that for hand sanitizer? You don't really need one of those, do you? Have you seen the salt and pepper set? Aren't they cool? What were you looking at, Hannah?
Hiking outfit.
Oh, that's a hiking outfit for the sheep. What a cracking idea.
Why do I really want one?
And how much are they? £14.50. They're expensive.
But they're cute.
I know they're cute, but
I'm trying to get so much.
how much are they? So they're expensive as well. Right, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get the key ring. Yeah, so we've been in the Herdy shop. Whole shop full of Herdy stuff. It's great. Anyone who's not seen Herdy before, it's the Herdy is like the emblem for the Herdwick sheep, which are, I guess, the kind of ubiquitous sheep breed up here in the lakes. And the Herdy stuff's really cute. Probably best well known for the mugs and stuff, but they do all sorts, like the keyring that I've just bought, and they've just gone into clothes, but they also do mattresses now called Herdy Sleep, which are obviously made out of Herdwick wool. It's a great idea. So just to give you an idea of how close you are to the fells, so they're just up above Keswick. I was just walking up to the main street. Just want to show you the signs. So one of the things that Keswick's also famous for is the Pencil Museum. Now we're not going to the Pencil Museum, but it's famous for the Pencil Museum, Cumberland Pencil Museum. Right, so we're heading up towards the main street in Keswick with lots of shops. We're not here on market day, so the market unfortunately isn't on today, but I think the main market's on a, I'll check, but I think it's a Tuesday and Thursday, or Saturday and Thursday, not sure, but we'll put in the comments up below when the market is actually open. But it's a really good market, kind of clothes and all your normal stuff, but also loads of food, which is great. So as you can see, quite busy, but not as busy as it's been on other times we've been here. I don't know whether the weather's putting people off, I'm not sure. As you can see, lots of outdoor clothes shops, so Millets there, Blacks. We went into George Fisher a bit earlier, but it was busy, so unfortunately we couldn't really film in there. But they're having some refurb work done at the moment as well, so it probably didn't have as much stuff in as usual. So this is the main square of Keswick, and if you've ever seen the town on TV programmes and so on, this is probably the view you'll have seen. So that building ahead of you is with the clock tower is called the Moot Hall. It's where the tourist information is these days. But again, this is where the market is normally held a couple of times a week. And here you've got a good mix of, there's cafes, shops, food places, pubs. There's quite a lot of pubs. But yeah, this is the main kind of shopping area, I suppose, and the tourist area in the centre of the town. So we've just been in Cotswold Outdoors and come out £240 something lighter. Paul's bought a coat. Hannah's just bought herself a very fancy bag. There you go. It kind of matches with a coat. One really noticeable thing today, lots of people with dogs. I know a great thing is a lot of these shops are dog friendly, so you can take your dogs in, you don't have to wait outside, which is good. I'm told that this fish and chip shop, the Old Keswickian, is supposed to be one of the best fish and chip shops going, apparently. So just a little bit of a walk round this main square. As I say, lots of places to grab something to eat, whether it's a Greggs or one of the local independents. Lots of pubs just going past the Royal Oak. So lots of coffee shops and other various places. And there's the Keswick Boot Company. So if you want to come and get boots anywhere in Keswick, that's another really good option for you to go and pick them up at the Keswick Boot Company. Right, so we'll just turn around and head back down. We're going to head down to the car park. So we got 3 hours in the car park for, I think it was £3.50, I think it was. So short stay car park, and the long stay car park is just on the other side of the road. So yeah, just some wayfinding then. So you've got signs for how to get down to the lake, so down to Derwent Water. You've got the theatre, there's a theatre at the lake as well, pencil museum, and more shopping. So yeah, so the Moot, I mentioned the Moot Hall before. So the Moot Hall is the tourist information for the national park. So if you want to find out about what's on or pick up some other souvenirs, then that's a really good place to go. So not as busy as it has been on previous times that we've been here, but some interesting shops, some obviously big chains and lots of outdoor shops, but also some interesting independents as well. So it's definitely well worth a visit if you're in the area. So we're just heading back, but I couldn't help but show the view on the way back. I mean, the sky's blue now, and the view out of the window in the car is absolutely amazing. There's something very special about the Lakeland Fells in all weathers, but today with the kind of half cloud and half sun, it just looks absolutely magnificent. Absolutely beautiful. So the plan now is we're just heading back towards the cottage, but we're going to stop in Ambleside on the way back, just very briefly, because we want to pick up a new collar and a lead for Bobby. So we'll enjoy the journey back and may pick up with you again in a minute. Well, we're finally on our way home back to the cottage. Quick pit stop in Ambleside. We'd intended to go to Ambleside anyway because we wanted to pick up a new collar and lead for Bobby, which you no doubt see in a future video. But we also ended up having to do a detour because Hannah bought a really nice little backpack from Cotswold Outdoors in Keswick. It wasn't cheap by any means, so I went half with her and she put in the rest of the money. When we got to Ambleside, Hannah said to Paul, "Can somebody help me take this off?" We wondered what it was, and it turns out that the member of staff had left the security tag on. Absolutely fuming, to be honest. There's no way we were going to drive all the way back to Keswick to get the security tag taken off, and the alarms didn't go off in the store or anything, so it doesn't really say a great deal for Cotswold Outdoors' security. So we called in, we just quickly nipped into Mountain Warehouse to see if they could take the tag off, and bless them, they tried, but they couldn't because they didn't have the right kit. We then went into the Epicentre, which is the shop where we were picking up the stuff for Bobby, and they really did try to see if they could get the tag off, but they couldn't. They managed to loosen it, but they couldn't get the tag off.
Also, there was news of a recent robbery at the garden centre.
Yep. So we then discovered that there's a Cotswold Outdoors in the Hayes Garden Centre in Ambleside. So we've just been there. And they've obviously took the tag off and apologised, but that's kind of hardly the point. It doesn't say a great deal about their security. Anyway, I think that ends our day, so we're just wending our way back now to Chapel Style. We've picked up some nice pies and sausages from Booths in Keswick to have for our tea, alongside some Cartmel sticky toffee pudding, which will go down a treat, thank you very much. So I think I'll end it here. So thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate every one of you who watches our vlogs. So if you've enjoyed what we've done today, please give us a like. It really does help the channel, and why not consider subscribing for some more content like this. So that's it for today, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.